So in order to catch a thunderstorm, you need to go to the video section of the native camera app of the Huawei P30 Pro. You go to settings, and on settings you go to resolution. And on resolution, make sure you have 4K enabled here and in the 16:9 aspect ratio. And then the second thing you want to do under resolution is frame rate, just in the middle of the screen now. And it says 4K only supports 30 frames per second and auto frame rate. And make sure you've chosen 30 frames per second, because if you're on auto, the camera and the phone will decide for you, and that's not what you want. You want to have the maximum frames per second if you want to catch a thunderstorm. So let's keep it that way. Let's go back to settings and let's go back into the camera app. And now you have two choices. You can go for the 1x magnification, or you can go to wide angle. And if you go to wide angle, the phone will catch more sky, which means your chances to catch lightning is much better than if you are on 1x. So I recommend to keep it that way. And by the way, on the wide angle lens, you can shoot in 4K. You see the resolution here did not change, so you're good to go. So if you want to extract an image or a frame from a 4K video, there are various options you can choose. I'm going here for a very simple one because I'm working with Adobe Premiere Pro all the time. And I already imported my video clip from last night from the Huawei P30 Pro into my project folder here. So I drag and drop this onto the timeline here. And now, since I want you to listen to me and not to the background noise from the thunderstorm, I'm going to segregate here the soundtrack from the video track. And I select the clip, I go to clip, I go to unlink, I choose the soundtrack, and I delete it. So now the only thing that is left over here in the timeline is video footage. And I can explain what I'm doing to extract that frame. And it's very simple. You can scrub around in the timeline here, can see when you see something interesting going on. For instance, here seems to be something interesting. Then I can zoom into the timeline and can scroll around here. So let's see, what else do we have here? We can just sample a little bit. I think there was something here. Alright, well, let's go maybe even more and go to the maximum resolution. What I have then here is that my marker jumps to the right or left hand side when I press the right arrow key or the left arrow key, and it jumps by exactly 1 frame. So in this way I can scrub the timeline very precisely and see what I get here. So let's do this for a moment. Let's see if something interesting is happening somewhere here. And then we stop and we'll extract the frame. Oh, here it was. Okay. Let's go back. Yes, that's a very nice picture here. So if I want to take this and grab the frame, I go here to the camera icon. I press it. I give it a name. Let's say lightning. I can choose a format. In this case, JPEG is good to go. And I can choose here a folder. So I go to browse and say desktop. Select folder, and then I have the option to check or uncheck here whether I want this frame to be also imported into my project folder in Adobe Premiere Pro, and I say yes, imported. So I click OK. On the desktop I tried this before with other clips, so there is a lightning picture already existing. I can confirm override here, and then my frame is stored here in the project folder. And of course also on the desktop. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a few samples, what pictures I was able to extract from last night's thunderstorm. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. And be careful if you do this yourself. Make sure you are in a safe location and nothing can hit you.